Hi, my name is Sheila, and today's class is a 30-minute class designed to help strengthen and stretch the muscles in the back, help improve mobility and flexibility in the spine, and best of all, help decrease or minimize pain, back pain. So be sure to pay attention to your body as we move through the different exercises, honor what your body needs, and have fun. All right, so we're going to start with just a couple of deep breaths, standing about with the feet about hip distance apart, standing as tall as you can comfortably, soft bend in the knees. We're just going to take the arms up as we inhale, and we're going to exhale and bring it down. All right, so the breath is a very powerful tool when it comes to impacting or addressing the nervous system. Inhaling up, exhaling down, improving circulation, and reducing stress, right? Let's do it again one more time. Inhale up and exhale the arms out wide. And we're just going to start warming up the spine a little bit with a nice easy reach to the front. So I'll turn to the side. You can see I'm gently rounding the back and then opening up the chest. And we're going to do that just a few times. I want you to try to coordinate the breath with the movement. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Just a nice way to kind of warm up and check in with the body. Notice how you're feeling. We'll do it one more time. Just open and close the arms. Again, we round the back and then we get a nice little easy back bend here. And then we can bring the arms down and relax. Roll the shoulders just a few times. So we're going to pay attention to the breath as we move through the different exercises today. Conscious breathing directly impacts the nervous system, so that can help to calm and balance the body and the brain, which of course affects bodily functions and can help reduce pain. So very profound power that we have with the breath. So we're going to continue to pay attention to the breathing as we move through the different exercises. The first thing I want to do, one of the most important things to do to help reduce back pain is to activate the core. So what I want to do is just pull the belly button in gently and maintain awareness right around the navel for the whole class. Okay, so if our core is strong, it helps to support and protect the back. Okay, and if the core is weak or collapsed like this, you can see the difference and you can feel the difference, right? So stand up nice and tall, draw the belly button in. We're going to keep the knees soft, and we're going to come to our first exercise, which is just a forward fold. So we're going to fold at the crease of the hip. You can use a chair if you like for support as you fold forward. And we're going to lead with the chest and keep the chin tucked slightly. All right. And the arms can just rest by your side or they can sweep up. So we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale with the emphasis on the spine as we fold forward. Slight bend in the knees. And we're only folding about halfway down, and then we'll do it again a few times, just kind of creating length in the spine every time that we fold forward. Slight bend in the knees so we don't strain the hamstrings. We'll do that again a few times, just working through each exercise at your own pace and at your own range of motion. Breathing in and breathing out as you fold. One more time, inhaling up and exhale, folding forward. Good. Nice. So if you don't have a chair or don't feel like you need to use a chair, you can rest your hands on your thighs. Or you might feel comfortable sliding down a little closer to the floor. Release the tension in your neck and relax your head. And soften your face and your jaw. We tend to hold a lot of tension in the shoulders and the neck and in the face. And we're going to unfold at that hip crease with a long back, flat back. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, reaching out. And we're going to add just a nice little easy twist from right to left. So we're just going to let the arms just kind of sweep from side to side. And easy. And this is just a little gentle twist. Notice your breath. So the breathing is really important. If we habitually breathe with a shallow breath, or we hold our breath a lot, it really does impact our body's ability to circulate energy, healing energy, and it can cause a lot of tightness and restriction in the rib cage, right? So as you take the next breath in, we'll come back to center and just feel the rib cage expanding gently as you breathe in. And exhale, remember pulling that belly button in toward the spine. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. Inhale, feel the rib cage expand. All the way around the body, front and back of the body, and exhale, keep the core engaged. We're going to do one more set of our forward folds, okay? So breathing in, standing tall, exhale, folding forward, as far as you want to go here, creating length in the spine, and again, just maybe 2 or 3 more at your own pace. So here's what it would look like without the chair. If you have the flexibility in your hamstrings to reach down a little closer to the floor, feel free. We never want to feel like we're forcing or straining anything. And we'll do it one more time. Just think about as much length as you can possibly find in your spine, from the tailbone all the way to the back of the neck, and then we relax the head. You can nod your head yes. You could shake your head gently side to side, no. And just feel that tension melting away, right? And then come back to center. As we unfold, we do it with a flat back. We're going to come back to that nice little easy twist with the arms out. Okay, and relaxed. And just a little easy twist from side to side. Slow it down just a little bit and really feel the rib cage opening and the space in your back expanding just a little bit. All right, just a few more here. And then we come back to center and just notice how you're feeling so far. It's good to take a little pause between exercises and just notice the effect that each exercise has, and giving the body time to heal and to fully absorb the benefit of each exercise, as opposed to rushing, right? Rushing to the next exercise. All right, so we're going to bring the arms up to cactus. And we're just going to take a standing cat-cow. Okay, so this is kind of what we did in the very beginning, but maybe emphasize the round back a little more. And even look down, and as we bring the arms back, elbows back, look up. We want to keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. So we're going to do these on the mat here in just a minute. If for any reason you don't want to get on the mat, you can do these standing. Okay, one more time. And then we'll come back to cactus arms. And we're going to add a little side bend or lateral bend, just reaching up with the right arm over, and you can look to the right. Feel the rib cage opening up, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Just a little side bend, looking to the left. Good. And then we're going to come back to center. We'll do that one more time on each side, this time with a nice deep breath. Inhale. Sending the breath into the ribs. Good. And then exhale. Last time. Inhale, reach up and over. And back to the center. Okay. Relax the arms down by your side. Continue breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So that is a really helpful technique to help and cleanse, release stress, is to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So try that just a few times. Gradually slowing down the breath a little bit and helping again just to kind of improve circulation, expansion in the body, healing in the body with the breath. Okay, one more time, breathe in. out. All right, we're going to move into either supported down dog, or you can come to the mat. This is how we're going to transition down to the floor. Really, any way that you can get down to the floor is fine with me. And remember, you can still do exercises in the chair. You don't have to come down to the mat, but we're going to stretch the arms up as we inhale. So a supported down dog would be kind of like we did before with our forward fold, stepping back and just bringing the chest a little closer to the body. Okay. If you want to come to the mat, same thing, we're just doing that forward fold, but we're bringing the hands to the floor and stepping back. So we're going to just release again, release the weight of the head, bring the shoulders back away from the ears, spread those fingers out. Feel the length of the spine from the tailbone to the back of the neck. Relax the jaw. Take a deep breath in and out. Keep a little bend in the knees so that we don't strain the hamstrings. And when you're ready, we'll slowly bring the knees to the mat. We're going to do a little strengthening exercise for the back now. Stretching the left leg back. The hips are level. And you're just going to lift and lower that left leg. If you're able to add the right arm, do that now. And just adding that reach through the fingers and through the back foot. And just pause here and hold is building some strength in the lower back and in the core, keeping that belly drawn in. Take another deep breath in and exhale the right hand and knee to the mat. Take another cat stretch. Releasing tension in the neck and the head and the shoulders. And then come back and we'll do the exercise on the other side. Right leg stretches back. Again, you can start with the leg, and as you get stronger, add the left arm. So opposite arm and leg. When we work opposite sides like that, we're also working the brain, so there's added benefit, working both sides of the brain. You can pause and breathe. Everything's level, the hips are level, the arm and leg are level with the rest of the body. Looking down at the front of your mat so that your neck stays in line with the rest of your spine. And we bring the hand and the knee back to the mat. We'll do one more cat stretch. And then we'll slowly move into that cow. So we drop the belly toward the mat. You can bring your chin forward a little bit if it feels good for your neck. If not, continue just to look down. We'll do it one more time. Cat and cow. And then we'll come back to tabletop. And from tabletop, with the knees still about hip distance apart, we're just going to sink the hips back toward the heels and reach the hands toward the front of the mat. So just come back as far as you can comfortably. Release the weight of your head to the floor. If it doesn't feel good to come all the way down, you can use a pillow or stack your fists. And just release the weight of your head. Okay? Soften your shoulders, your rib cage, and your hips. Rock gently from one side to the other. Breathe in deeply and exhale, softening on the exhale. Good. Now we'll come up from our child's pose. And we're going to walk the hands forward just a little bit and slide the knees back a little bit so we come down to our belly. So the hands are by the shoulders and the tops of the feet are on the mat, legs hip distance. And from here, we're just going to lift the chest and chin. So here's one option. This is building some strength in the lower back. I want you to inhale as you raise the chest and chin. And then exhale as you come back down. Another good option, similar benefit for the low back, is just to bring the elbows under the shoulders, press the palms down. And this is called Sphinx Pose. Okay? So I'm pressing the tops of the feet gently into the mat. I'm opening up that chest. So it's a gentle back bend. So you can practice Cobra, which was the first exercise we did with the hands on the mat. Okay. Gradually increasing your range of motion, lifting the chest and chin. Or you can practice Sphinx. So I'd like you to come to Sphinx now if you haven't yet, and let's just practice that breath. That long, smooth breath, expansive breath, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Do it one more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. All right, now we can come all the way down and turn to one side. We're going to roll to our back for bridge pose, which is another great exercise for the back, the hips, and the core. We've got the feet about hip distance apart, arms down by your side with the palms down. We're going to pull that belly button in again, and when you do that, you'll feel your back against the mat. As we lift the hips away from the floor, I want to think about the backbone coming away from the mat one vertebra at a time. Okay, so all four corners of the feet are grounded, connected to the mat, back of the head, bottoms of the hands, and we're going to not just lift the hips, but we're going to peel the spine away from the mat, slowly lifting the hips up toward the ceiling. And then as we come down, we do the same thing. We reconnect the spine one vertebra at a time, back down to the floor. And you'll notice if there's restriction in your back, like if a whole section of your back wants to come down at once, that's not uncommon, okay? But we're trying to improve flexibility in the spine, so just do your best, right? We'll do it a few more times, and remember to breathe. I want you to exhale. You can hold at the top if it feels good. You'll feel stretch maybe in the front of the hips. Working too in the hamstrings and the glutes. Again, slowly reconnecting the vertebra to the mat. And let's do that one more time, our bridge pose. Focusing on the spine and the breath. And reconnecting one more time. And then we'll pause for just a second and notice any sensations that you might feel in the back or up and down the spine. Feeling that rib cage expand as you breathe. You want to breathe and maybe even feel the lower belly start to rise and fall with each breath. So we're creating space in the body. All right, and the next thing we'll do is we'll take the knees to the left and look to the right, so you get a nice gentle stretch for the neck. And you feel it in the hips and in the low back as well. And then we'll take the knees to the right and look to the left. And then we'll bring it back to center. So that's an excellent exercise. Call it Windshield Wipers, that you can repeat as often as you like, whenever you have more time. We're going to bring the knees in, and hands will come to the knees now. I just want to feel a nice release in the lower back as we do that. And you can also do windshield wipers with the feet off the floor. Okay, so maybe rock it a little bit from side to side and see if you like that. like a nice massage for the back. And then we'll come back to center. So there are several things you can do from here. You can rock side to side. You can take the knees in a circle. Small circle's fine. If it feels good, you can make the circle bigger. And then we'll reverse the direction of the circle. And then we'll come back to center. We'll just stretch the legs up to the ceiling and hold the legs up for a few deep breaths. A lot of times our hamstrings can be tight, and that can actually impact your low back. So sometimes when our back's hurting, it's actually related to other parts of the body that are tight. So it's important to stretch the whole body. And this is a really good one too for circulation and for relaxation. I usually have the hands near the legs for support. And again, we continue to lengthen the breath in and lengthen the breath out. All right, we'll bend the legs and bring the feet back to the floor. We'll do one more exercise that helps to strengthen the core. And as I mentioned before, having a strong core is essential to having a healthy back. So we're going to open the knees slowly while we keep the belly button pulled in toward the spine, okay? And then we're going to take our time bringing the knees back together as we continue pulling the belly button in toward the spine, toward the mat. And I'd like to breathe as we do that. So let's inhale and open. Feel the rib cage expanding, and then exhale, bring the knees back together, activating that core. So the more slowly you can do this, the more powerful and more effective it will be. We're going to do it just a couple more times. Remember, doing this at your own pace. Good, and bring the knees back together for the last time. So another nice stretch that can help release tension that could be related to back pain is a hip stretch. It's just we'll cross the right foot over the left leg and just take that knee back and forth a couple of times. Just see how that hip feels. If it feels flexible enough to add more, you can bring the left foot off the floor and just bring everything in a little bit closer. But if this hurts, then you keep your foot on the floor and just continue breathing into that hip space. Remember, just think about expanding on the inhale, letting go on the exhale. Good. I'll stay here for just a couple more breaths. And before we uncross, I just want you to, if you're barefooted, you could try this. I just want to introduce the idea of reflexology. We could do a whole segment on this. I just want you to give your foot a little squeeze, okay? And reflexology is basically the idea of working with the different acupressure points on the foot to help address different body parts, internal organs. And according to reflexology, the spine and the back can be addressed by different areas of the foot. So a lot of people have sciatica, and there is this space, I should be showing you on this part right here, right down here at just above the heel at the bottom of the arch, that if you give that a little squeeze, that correlates with the sciatic nerve, okay? And you really can't go wrong with a good foot massage. The upper back would be near the upper foot, middle back, and lower back down all the way to the heel. Okay, so go ahead. I know we were on the right leg, and cross that right foot. Bring your feet back down to the mat. Rest your arms for just a second. And just notice how you feel. You can take the knees to the left and look to the right one more time. And then switch sides. And then we'll bring it back to center, and we'll cross that left foot over the right knee for our other stretching, for the other hip. And this as well for the lower back. So just take that knee back and forth a few times. Check in with how it feels. And if you need more, you can bring that foot off the floor. We're going to come back with the deep breaths on this side. Maybe 3 deep breaths in and out. Again, just allowing the breath to circulate. Softening on the exhale. If you need to move a little bit in the pose, you can move within the stretch to make it feel a little, get a little more out of the stretch if you need it. Continue breathing in through the nose. Remember, out through the mouth. Just a nice variation. You want to think about emptying the lungs with each exhale. So again, getting rid of any stagnant excess energy that may be blocked in your system. And then again, we'll take the hand and just give the foot a squeeze. From the top all the way to the middle, to the bottom. And release it. And uncross the legs when you're done. Bring the feet back to the floor. We're going to turn to whatever side feels comfortable for you. And then use that top hand to press back up. And we're going to sit comfortably just for a minute here to close our practice. All right, I want you to bring all of your attention down right below the belly button and just gently tilt the pelvis. So this last exercise that we're doing is a spinal, it's called a spinal, basic spinal energy series. So we start down below the belly button and just rock the pelvis back and forth a few times. Nice easy breath. And we pause, bring the attention to the navel and kind of do the same thing. Just a little flexion and extension from the belly button, forward and back. And then pause. Imagine you've got a string at the top of your head, pulling up toward the ceiling. So we've got a lot of length in the spine. We're going to bring our attention to the chest and place the hands on the fingers. And just bring the elbows forward and back. So we're kind of moving up the spine now, up to the middle and upper back a little bit. Good. You can hold the elbows out and take it to the right. Breathe in. And exhale all the way to the left. Just a nice easy twist. Do it one more time to the right. Breathe in. And exhale all the way to the left. And then we'll come back center. Rest the hands on your legs and we'll finish with the upper part of the spine, the neck. Just taking the right ear to the right shoulder as far as you can comfortably. Keep the jaw relaxed. Keep the face soft. Feel the stretch in the left side of the neck, and then slowly looking down. Feel the stretch move to the back of the neck. Left ear comes to left shoulder. You feel the stretch in the right side of the neck. And then we bring it back to center. Okay, keep the chin level, keep the face soft, keep a slight smile on your face. We'll take one more deep breath in. And exhale with gratitude. Honoring your body, mind, and spirit, and your back and your spine. Thank you so much for joining me.